welcome to the Total Outdoors with the Yankee Cowboy. It's been a while, guys, since we did any kind of cooking video. My cooking videos usually don't get a lot of views, but that's okay. I enjoy doing them, and hopefully a few people that watch them enjoy watching them. But we're going to do another jerky video. The last jerky video I did got some pretty good responses on it, and that was just regular beef. But I work with a bunch of guys that hunt, and I didn't get anything last year, but one of the guys at work, his brother got 3 deer. And here's some backstrap steaks. I got 2 of them here. We're going to cut these puppies up, and we're going to get them ready and marinate them for the dehydrator, which we'll do tomorrow, because they got to sit for 24 hours, guys. That's the key to making jerky. Let them sit in a nice Ziploc bag with your favorite marinades in it, and then you put them in your dehydrator 24 hours later. Now this marinade I'm using, this is a generic one that I use on most of my jerky. You got some Kikkoman soy sauce, which will be the majority of our mixture. I'll cut that with probably maybe 20% of some Heinz Worcestershire sauce. Everybody has problems saying that one, especially me. I throw a little bit of lemon juice in there just to break down the meat a little bit. I love coarse black pepper. This is restaurant black pepper. And of course, can't do anything without garlic, but we're going to put garlic powder instead of fresh garlic because most of it falls off anyway. It doesn't really stick if you use fresh, so we'll throw the powder in there. So I'm gonna cut this open quick. I'll grab the cutting board. I'll show you guys how to slice it up. I'm gonna get that ready. Be back in a flash. Okay, guys, we got our nice venison steaks here. Take a look at these babies. Pretty lean. There's a little bit of fat in there. You might have to trim off, but not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and start shaving this down. This is what you want, guys. You want a thin, 1/8-inch slices. The thinner the better. The better it'll dry out. So we're going to slice this up. Like I said, guys, leave it a little bit frozen. This way here it makes it more controllable to cut. So to get a better cut when it's a little bit frozen. I had this in the freezer. I took it out. I let it thaw out a little bit just to make it easier to cut. I got to trim off a little bit of fat here, guys. Not much. Like I said, we'll just keep slicing it up nice and thin. It's a little piece of a little more trimming work we got to do here. There's a little bit of tendon on the back. Cut that, get that out of your way. Like I said, just go ahead and keep slicing the nice thin 1/8-inch slices. Get yourself your pile ready. Just like that. See how nice and lean that is? No fat in that whatsoever. I'm going to get this all sliced up, and then I'll put it in a bag, and I'll show you how to throw the marinade in. Okay, guys, we're on the tail end of cutting up our venison here. It's got a little bit more cutting to do. Like I said, guys, the key to making any kind of good beef jerky is you got to let it marinate overnight. Let it sit in your favorite, whatever your favorite things are to marinate your meat in. Me personally, it's usually a pretty simple marinade. It's usually, like I said, just soy sauce, Worcestershire. I'll do a teriyaki garlic. I'll do different variations like that. Nothing too crazy. Just because I like to keep it simple, Luckily, I had somebody at work that was nice enough to give me some deer meat because we all know how good the Yankee Cowboy did last year on deer hunting. When you get down to the bottom, it's a pain in the ass to get the last piece cut without slicing your hand open. So that's why you gotta have good sharp kitchen knives. Butterfly that right up, nice. You get a couple pieces towards the end that are a little thick, but again, I'm gonna stress when you use your kitchen knives. I use Henkel's, but always use the Spyderco to tune them up. And Now we're going to go ahead, I'm going to wash off my hands real quick. Which I don't know why I did that, because we're going to have to touch it again anyway, so not a biggie. Now, get yourself a nice, I use these big heavy duty freezer bags. We're just going to take all the meat and throw it right in there. It's not a lot here, it was only 2 small steaks, but that's okay. A little bit of meat in the freezer is better than no meat in the freezer. Okay? Alright, now that I got that in there, let me throw the scraps in the garbage. Which I gotta throw that out, because my wife sees that, she'll have a conniption fit. She'll be skeeved out for a year. She's not outdoorsy at all, guys. Alright, I'm gonna wash up my hands real quick again. And then I think I'm going to resituate the camera, guys, give you guys a little bit better of a view. Hey guys, we're back now. Like I said, we got our meat just sitting there in the Ziploc. Like I said, the majority of this mixture is going to be the Kiko Man soy sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. I don't measure anything. I play it by eye. So it's probably I don't know, maybe 1/8 of the bag. It's going to need a little bit more. A little splash more. So we're good there. Okay. Now, like I said, I use a little bit of lemon juice. Not much on a lemon juice. I usually, a couple of good healthy squirts. Okay. 2 good squirts on the lemon juice. I'll throw a little bit of black pepper in, then when I mix it and swish it around, I'll throw a little bit more in. So I like to get it all coated. I like black pepper. So I'm just going to throw a little bit on the top there. Now we'll pour in our Worcestershire sauce. Probably just about, just a splash. Maybe about 2 shot glasses worth. Now same thing like the black pepper. I'm going to throw the garlic powder in there. I'm going to coat it up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zipper the bag up. This is important, guys. Zipper the bag up. Get it almost closed. Get the air out of it. Squeeze the air out and then finish it, sealing it. Now what I'll do is I'll massage everything around in there. Get it all mixed up nice. See that? See it all mixing up in there? You want to get that all mixed up good. So you get all the garlic and the black powder and all that stuff. Get that all working on the meat. Now, once you mix it up, see how I got it flat? That's the way it's going to stay in the refrigerator, guys, for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll rotate it over. I'll go to work for 8 hours. I'll come home. We'll chuck the camera back on. I'll have the dehydrator out. We'll layer it in there. I'll show you how to throw it in there, and then at the end, I'll show you the finished product. So, now is where you want to look at it and inspect it when it's laying flat to see if you got enough of the black pepper on there. Tell you what, guys, it looks coated pretty good. I'm going to leave it the way it is. So we're not going to add a second batch of it. It came out pretty good. So, that's going to be it, guys. That's for phase 1 how to make venison jerky. This is going to sit for 24 hours. We'll come back in 24 hours and we'll throw it in the dehydrator. So I will see you then. Okay, guys, it's been marinating for 24 hours. Actually, I got to be honest with you, it's been marinating for I think like 36 hours, but who's counting? Doesn't really matter. Usually overnight's a rule of thumb, but it's only going to absorb so much. So if you leave it in there for a couple of days, it's fine as well. But this is what it looks like. It's going to turn almost like a blackish color, especially with using the soy sauce and everything. It gets all into the meat, and most of the blood will dry out. Blood turns black usually when it dries out sometimes. But that's that. So I'm going to wash my hands. We're going to pull it out. We're going to layer it in the dehydrator. And on the bottom of my dehydrator, this is a professional grade dehydrator. you got this drip pan. So any of the marinade that falls through, it's not too bad to clean. I usually just generally throw it in the dishwasher and it comes out the best. Because trying to scrub these in between here, it's a pain in the ass. So, and here's the top to our dehydrator, which once we're done stacking it, we'll put that on. And it's set to 160 degrees, which is for the, that's the temperature for the jerky to dry it. And this is a Nesco professional grade food dehydrator. You can get it online pretty much anywhere. Amazon's got them, they're all over. But with this one, the wattage of this one, I'm not quite sure the specs off the top of my head, but this one does jerky in like a couple of hours. It's done with almost every rack full. I'm not sure how many racks we're going to get out of this. It's not really much venison here. But I'm going to wash my hands. We're going to load it up. I'll show you what it looks like loaded. We'll fire it up, and then in a couple hours we'll have the finished product. Okay guys, and the magic of TV and editing, it's all layered out here. And it only ended up getting 3 tiers. This particular dehydrator comes with 5, so there's 2 more trays here that I didn't fill. It wasn't much meat, it was 2 small back straps. 2 small steaks. But I'll show you guys what it looks like. There's what it's all layered out on there. Nice. You want to keep, you can see the rest of them here. You want to keep some space in between them. You don't want them crowded up on top of each other. So we got 3 trays there. We're all set to put the top on and start drying. So what you'll do now is pretty simple. This is a pretty simple process to do, guys. That's why I like making jerky. It's easy and it's good. It's a good snack. It's a good alternative to chips or any other that crap. So you just put the top on, plug it in. I don't know if you can hear the fan running, but it's running. And like I said, guys, with this thing loaded out, when I usually do a London broil or something, 2.5 hours, 3 tops, depending if I didn't cut them thin. These are kind of on the thick side because I let them thaw out a little too long. Usually I like to take them out frozen, let them thaw a little bit so I can get a good, nice, thin slice on it. But that's okay. This one's only going to probably take about 2 hours tops. I bet you it'll be done because it's only 3 tiers. So when this is done, I'll show you guys the finished product. So we'll be back soon. Okay guys, that's going to do it for the jerky video. As you can see, like I said, it was 2 small back straps. So I got 1 decent sized sandwich bag, which I'm going to keep for myself, and 2 small half bags for a couple guys at work. One of the guys being the guy who donated it, but you guys take a look. Came out pretty damn good. Nice pepper on there. Nice and dried, nice. One thing I did forget, I was rushing when I started doing the jerky. The most important thing, and I realized that I screwed up when I tasted it, is I forgot to add the liquid smoke. So, just goes to show you guys, I gotta start writing shit down because I forget everything. And I screwed the jerky up without putting the liquid smoke, but it's not bad. It tastes pretty good without it. It's just you're not getting that smoke kick in there. But overall, it came out pretty good. So any questions or comments on the jerky, leave them below. As always, thanks for watching The Total Outdoors with the Yankee Cowboy.